In the neon-lit streets of Neo-Nairobi, where cyber skyscrapers tower over the remnants of Maasai Plains, Kipenzi Koinet moved like a shadow. By day, she was a courier, blending seamlessly into the chaos of the city. By night, she was something else entirely, a hacker known as Enkai's Shadow, revered and feared in equal measure across the city's underground networks. Kipenzi's fingers danced over her neural interface, navigating codes with an ease that belied her connection to something far older than technology. Her grandmother's voice echoed in her mind. "You carry the spirit of the Laban, child. Listen to the ancestors. They guide you." As a child, she had sat by her grandmother's side under the open sky, learning to read the stars and hear the whispers of her lineage. That connection to the spirit world never left her, even as Neo-Nairobi rose around her, a cacophony of progress and destruction. It was during a routine breach of a corporate server that Kipenzi stumbled upon something extraordinary. A sequence of code buried deep within the infrastructure seemed to pulse with life, its patterns unfamiliar yet strangely resonant. She called it the seed, and the more she probed, the more it revealed. A blueprint for transforming the city into a self-sustaining utopia or plunging it into irreversible chaos. Her discovery didn't go unnoticed. The Council of Ten, Neo-Nairobi's ruling elite, sent their enforcers after her. Chief among them was Kialo, her childhood friend, now unrecognizable beneath layers of cybernetic enhancements. Their first confrontation left her shaken. "You shouldn't have found it, Kipenzi," he said, his voice cold, his gaze a mix of regret and determination. "You don't know what you've unleashed." Kipenzi fled, her mind racing as she pieced together the seed's origins. The code wasn't just a technological marvel, it was something ancient, its patterns echoing the chants her grandmother used to sing. Seeking answers, Kipenzi returned to her ancestral lands, where the elders spoke of a prophecy. A digital shaman, they said, would one day bridge the gap between the physical and virtual realms, reshaping the balance of the world. With the guidance of her ancestors, Kipenzi dove deeper into the virtual plane, navigating treacherous landscapes filled with fragmented digital spirits, remnants of human consciousness trapped in the ether. These spirits warned her of the seed's power and the greed it attracted. Yet, they also showed her how to harness it, blending her spiritual insights with her hacking prowess. The council's forces closed in, and Kayalo confronted her again. This time, their battle wasn't just physical, it spilled into the virtual realm, where Kipenzi's connection to the spirit world gave her an edge. As their minds clashed, memories of their shared childhood surfaced. "This isn't who you are, Kayalo," she said. "You don't have to be their weapon." "I've made my choice," he replied, but there was hesitation in his voice. In the final moments, Kipenzi realized the truth. The seed wasn't meant to be controlled by one person. Its purpose was to test humanity's readiness to wield such power responsibly. With the guidance of her ancestors, she made her decision, not to claim the seed, but to share its knowledge with the people of Neo-Nairobi. The city awoke to a new dawn. The elite no longer held all the cards, and the marginalized found a voice in shaping their future. Neo-Nairobi began to transform, a city where technology and tradition coexisted, each informing and enriching the other. As Kipenzi stood on the edge of the city, her shuka glowing softly in the rising sun, she felt the presence of her grandmother and the ancestors. She was no longer just a hacker or a Maasai woman. She was the bridge between worlds, the keeper of Neo-Nairobi's soul,